Welcome everybody, and welcome. Happy Saturday, and congratulations on getting on the training. What we do, we're going to go through what we do to build this business. And when you plug into these kind of things that just keep you, I don't know, energized, keep you moving forward, and remind you what we do to build this business. It's always the basics that come down to it. And we've had a lot of changes in our business, but the cool part is the basics of what we do in this business don't change. My name is Pam Thielen. If anybody doesn't know me, I have been involved I got to figure out how old my daughter is and figure it out from there, 24 years. I was a personal trainer, nutrition counselor when I got started with this business. Little skeptical, but ended up, after really hearing the stories, grabbed a hold of it, started top profit level, got on the product same time, did the business while I was getting my results, helped a lot of other people get results. And I'll share a little bit about my results with the business and with the products down the road. But it has been such a blessing, and it is rare to find somebody, and you'll find in Relive many people who have stuck with Relive for as long as they've been around. We're over 30 years old, 35 years old, and people have been with it from day one. And it is rare in this industry, but it's because of these products that work, and it's because we've got a company that's solid and willing to go to bat with you. So how do you grow your Relive business? Well, the first thing you've got to do is decide what you want from it. What do you want from your Relive business? Are you looking to build a part-time income? Are you looking to build into where this is the only thing you do? This is actually the only thing my husband and I did for many, many years. And it's really up to you. But then you have to visualize that. What do you want from your Relive business? And you need to visualize it. You need to see it in your mind and be specific, because the more specific you are, the easier the next two steps to set your goals. You want to write down your goals, 5 goals, what you want to concentrate on in your business. What areas of your business do you want to build? And what does that mean for you? You can look at the director levels. You can look at the promotions if you need some help really starting to set goals. But write those goals down, because with those goals, you're going to tie them to time, and you're going to make a plan. You're going to make a plan with action. Nothing happens in Relive without action. You don't even get results from the products if you're not taking the action of taking the products. So obviously, building that business, you need to take action. The business will not come to you. And how much you do is really up to you. What you do is up to you. But if you have high, lofty goals and you're only willing to do this action down here, guess what? You're not going to reach those high, lofty goals. So the key is to match your plan to what your goals are. And then write them down and tie them to daily and weekly, not just monthly and yearly, because you need to take action on a consistent basis to build this business. So what we're going to cover on is knowing your business. XR, I know everybody says, well, XR is out the window. No, it's not, you guys. It's still there. It's the basics, and we're going to cover it. And we're going to talk about the 3 C's of life. So choices, chances, and changes. You've got to make the choice to take a chance if you want anything in life to change. So the definition of stupidity, remember that one? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Well, your business is the same way. If you're not getting results in the business, maybe you need to change what you're doing or how you approach it. But the whole key is you need to take action. Just watching these is not going to do it. You need to take action to build that business. So what kind of action are you going to take? Okay. Again, we talked about it's going to be daily and weekly activities. Daily activities that leave work up to weekly activities. You want to be specific about what you're doing. How many people am I talking to? Who am I going to talk to? Write them in your planner, schedule them in your calendar. I will think of somebody that brand new that I need to talk to. I'll put it in my calendar. I'll actually put it in a time, and maybe I don't get to them at that time, but what it does is it reminds me that I need to talk to them. Have that, you'll hear people say, make a list. You've heard that over and over again, and you're going to make a list, writing down people that you think of as you plug into other elements of the Relive system, and we'll cover that. Share what your goals are with your upline, your accountability partner. Maybe other distributors in Relive that maybe aren't in your line, but hey, you can encourage each other to keep moving forward, to be accountable to each other. so that you stay consistent with your business. And then you commit to doing them. It's no excuses. It's kind of like when you get married, you commit to your partner. Your business is the same way. You need to commit to that business and doing the things that you need to do to build them, to build the business, plain and simple. It takes that commitment. And you can have excuses. Well, I can't do it because of this, or I can't do it because I'm too busy. I can't do it because I have kids. I can't do it because I have grandkids. You know, there's all different excuses you can use, or you can use them as motivation as to why you need to do this business and schedule them into your planner. And then display them around. What activities are you going to be? I have it in my calendar, but I also have it on a notepad that sits on our kitchen counter of things I need to do that day. So it reminds me to get them done. Besides, once you've done it, you can check it off, and it feels really good to be able to check it off that list. So where to find people. This is the identify part of XR. So whose needs can you meet? You know people all over. You're going to see people in social media, obviously. You've got friends, you've got relatives. There's people that were in Relive past who are falling away for whatever reason. There's so many new things in Relive that you can approach them about. And hey, have you heard? Because they've already at one point believed how awesome Relive was, and for some reason have fallen away. And this is a great opportunity to let them know the changes that are going on. You're going to get referrals as you start to talk to people, as they understand the power of Relive. You're in the networking groups are great to join, where you actually can network and build relationships. Remember, those networking groups are about building relationships. It's not going about and getting a new sale. It's about building relationships. You are going to get new sales, but you're also going to get referrals because of the relationships you build. You can run ads. There's booths. Yes, we still do booths. I've still done some at some holistic expos, and they've been effective. Everything that works for you. You're going to have opportune moments as you meet people out and about. Neighbors, past and present, your classmates. Who do you write checks to? Your checkbook is still, well, most people don't even do a checkbook anymore. A lot of it's online billing, but who do you pay bills to? Mom and dad groups are a great one because you have something in common. And there's a lot of parents who would like more time to be with their children, but also would like more income to afford those children. Interest groups. I am a horseback riding person. I have a bunch of horseback riding friends. There's also interest groups if you have a hobby, if you're in a sport, or maybe you're in a craft or something, finding those interest groups and getting to know people. And then as you get to know those people, write them down. Because as you start to talk to people, what ends up happening is you focus on the person that you're sharing with already. Well, that's fantastic, but then you may forget down the road. So make sure that you're writing down the people that you think of. Have a spot, whether it's in your phone, whether it's in a notebook. Sometimes having two places is even better, but make sure that you write down. Remember, everybody on this planet needs nutrition. And that's what we have. The best possible nutrition you can put in your body. And everybody needs it. Will everybody jump on it? No. But everybody needs nutrition. So they're available to share. So who to talk to? This is the number one key, is listen when you're talking to people. You're building relationships. Don't go out and just say, okay, how am I going to share my business? How am I going to share my products? What ends up happening is if you sit back and listen, you'll start hearing people talk about how they have no energy, or their kids are having issues in school, maybe with focus, or their kids are always getting sick. That people have aches and pains. Their finances aren't meeting, especially now what has happened with all the inflation that is going on. They'll talk about some of their friends who have things going on. How many times do you hear people talk about how they want to lose weight or they want to change their weight? There's some chronic issues, they're focused. There's a lot of different things. And this is obviously a very small sampling of what people can talk about. But as you sit and listen, you're going to start to hear where people's pain points are. Pain point is a need that a lot of times people don't even realize they have, because they don't realize there's a solution. They just think that's the way it's going to be. But as you sit and listen to people and ask questions, interact with that person and ask questions about what they've got going on. And what that's going to do is that is going to share with you how you can help them meet that need. how Relive can actually help them address their pain point or their need. So this is the most common thing you hear from people. What do I say? Well, you can even ask when somebody's got an issue going, what have you tried? You know, what have you tried and why hasn't it worked? What do you think? How did it work? Would you be interested in hearing about a solution? Hey, if I send you some information, would you take a look at it about something that might help you? These are just suggestions, you guys. I know something that may help you. I really like the you part of it better than the I, but hey, I heard a story about that the other day. Or I know someone who got results, who was struggling like you are and got results. Or have you ever heard of epigenetic nutrition? Have you ever heard of the company Relive? You know, something along that line to just get the conversation going. And again, put the focus. These are just suggestions. The key is be yourself. You're going to be excited about what you have, but don't blow them out of the water. Remember, don't throw up all information all over them. And it's the same whether you're dealing with somebody in person or you're dealing with somebody online. The key is to focus on them. How can you bring them value? Not what can they do for your business, but how can you bring them value? Because as you focus on them, you will find that your business will grow. The key is the know, like, and trust. And so when it's people that you know, that you have a relationships with, this system, I don't know, the movement is faster. You're going to probably get a little bit more movement quicker because people already know you. They like you. They trust you. At least we hope they do. So, you know, just remember that each amount of time for introducing Relive to a decision being made is going to be different because of your relationship with them, how much they trust you. And everybody's a little bit different on how long it takes. That germination period of when you plant a seed and the seed actually grows. It's different for different seeds. It's also different for different people. So understand that. You can also use sampling as a great way to connect with people. You know, we have the Energize Go samples. We have the RLV Protect samples. You can say, hey, and here's the key with this sampling. As you hand somebody a sample, you want, number one, to be able to connect with them. You want to be able to get back to them, but make sure you do get back to them. A good example is I am in a networking group, and I did have one of the people in there who has used the Energize Go prior. And I said, hey, Jennifer, there's a new flavor. Would you like to try it? So she tried the new flavor. But if I didn't follow up with that, she would have forgotten because I just saw her yesterday in my networking group. And we were talking back and forth. And I said, hey, what did you think of the new flavor? She goes, oh, thank you for asking. I loved it. Do you have any with you? And I just happen to have a box in my car. Imagine that. So she purchased the box of Energize Go for me. But had I not brought it up, she would have forgot. So the key is to follow up with that sampling. Don't just expect that someone's going to come running back to you because people are busy and we're so distracted. This world has so many distractions that if you don't follow up with it, a lot of times, even though they would have moved forward with it, they don't, because out of sight, out of mind. It's the way our society works. So once you've connected with them and you're going to share them information about Relive, what are you going to share? Well, let's determine, you know, you've heard what pain or need they have. You've talked about it. You've connected with them about it. Well, wouldn't that be the part that you're going to share with them then, is how Relive can address that pain or need that they have? How will their life be better with Relive? So you want to share the benefits that they will experience. A lot of people try to get into ingredients and stuff, which is great. We have some phenomenal ingredients, but remember what they're asking is, will this work for me? Whether it's the products or the business, will this work for me? And that's why you're going to be sharing the benefits they'll experience. And then you can show them how that's possible. Now, how are you going to show them that's possible? Well, you have to know your business. You have to know what's possible with Relive, okay? So one of the things that you need to do is also be a learner before you can be a teacher. Well, number one, the first thing that you're going to learn, how you're going to learn it, is you're going to take your product right down here. You don't take the product, I guarantee you people are not going to listen to you how great this product is, or even how you can build a business with it, because you're not even willing to take the product. Okay, so make sure that you're taking your product, you're taking it consistently. You're going to start to see results. Make sure you keep track of those results that you're seeing. And that's going to also help you share when somebody says, well, what's it done for you? You've got something to share. You're also going to learn. We have so many different tools available to us now to learn about Relive and also to share about Relive. The way you learn is the same way other people can learn. We have the Monday engagement Zoom with Kari Montgomery. Keeps you up to date on what's going with Relive, but also you have other people sharing what has worked for them. And everybody's different on what works for them. If you'll notice, people are doing business a lot of different ways, but this is going to help give you ideas. We have the live webinar on Tuesday nights, the first Tuesday of every month. Great way to introduce people briefly to Relive. It gives them a quick overall view of what Relive can do for them. Wednesday coffee chat, which is phenomenal. It's at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm on Central, so all the times are on Central. But the Wednesday coffee chat, phenomenal stories. It shows what do the stories do, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more as well, but it shows you the possibilities of Relive. Those stories also show people you're talking to the possibilities of Relive. Got somebody looking at the business, couldn't get into the coffee chat last week. We're going to try and get her in this week. Hopefully we can. You've got the Thursday short and sweet call, the first and third Thursday of each month. Fantastic stories, 15 minutes long. Had somebody scheduled to get on. She couldn't get on Thursday. Guess what? There's a replay. Replayed it for her. She got very excited after just hearing 3 short stories. It can make a huge difference. And then we've got the training webinar, especially if you have brand new distributors. It's first Saturday of the month. You got people who've built a business. They're going to share with you what's worked for them. Great ways to just stay in the know about what the basics of building this business are, but also helping people. I have somebody else looking at the business who could not be on today, but guess what? If there's going to be a replay, I can send her and then she can take a look at it. So it's using those tools. You have other tools too. Your upline is going to help you know where to get information, going to help you, find other distributors that can possibly help you. You've got the Relive Scoop that comes out every Friday. You've got the Relive Facebook pages that keep you up to date on what's going on with Relive. The Relive Instagram page, you can actually share things that are going on in those pages. You've got the Relive app. There's videos that you can share with people from the Relive app. Peter Grissom on the second Wednesday of every month right now, he's going to be sharing product videos of everything that's happened. Those are on the Relive Facebook page. There's special events. We just had the 35-year anniversary events that happened. Great ways to get people introduced. There's Relive videos. You're going to find tools that really work for you, but here's the key. You're also going to find tools that really speak to the people you're talking to. And don't just assume they do it the way you do. Remember, I'll even ask, so do you like your information via text or email? Can I give you a call? Do you have time for a call? See what works for the person you're talking to. And if you respect their wishes and get them their information that way, you'll find they're going to be far more receptive of absorbing that information. Remember, as you plug into all this stuff, fantastic. You're growing you. And like Bob Montgomery said, it's a personal growth program disguised as a business. But to build a business, you need to have people connected in with you. You need to have people who are learning about Relive products or learning about Relive business and going forward with you. This is a great way to build you if it's just you plugging in. But when you bring people in with you, that's how you build a business. And what are you going to find out when you're plugging into these things to know your business? First of all, you're going to find out, what do you do? Can you describe to somebody in one short sentence what exactly you do with the Relive business? What is special about the Relive products? Well, that's what you're going to find out. In fact, this is a great number of questions to have handy when you plug into things to write down answers to. What's special about the Relive products? There's so many things. Why would people choose Relive over our competitors? Because there's a lot of nutrition products out there, trust me. And there's a new one probably every month coming out. There's also a lot of different home-based businesses out there that are possible. So why would somebody choose Relive over the competitors? And each person, that might be a different answer. So knowing the people you're talking to is going to make a difference. There's emotional reasons people will choose Relive. And one of them is that they trust you. If they're a friend of yours, that's part of an emotional tie that makes you more credible than somebody they don't know with something else. What services sets you apart? You meaning Relive, your Relive business. What sets you apart from that? And the stories of results and possibilities. the stories, that's what you're going to get, where you're going to gather your stories, as well as plugging it into all of the pieces that I mentioned on the previous page. So that's what you're going to learn to know your business, so that you know what you're sharing. You're going to become knowledgeable about your business when you're learning those things. And then you're going to share. And again, like I said, what method works best for them? There's, you can do I still do 3-way calls. I use them a little bit differently now, but I still do 3-way calls. I don't do a 3-way call just to get a story in front of people, try to make it impactful, that it's meaningful. I've got a lady who's trying the products with Parkinson's who said, I really want to talk to somebody with Parkinson's. So I'm finding somebody with Parkinson's that she can talk to. And then that one-on-one. Different generations typically want their information a little bit differently. So there's going to be people, especially with the younger generation, a lot of times they don't want the 3-way calls. They don't ever talk on their phone. They don't use it that way. But there's other ways that you can connect with them. There's power hours, recordings. There's all different ways to get that information. You've got Facebook, Instagram pages that you can use to share information. The webinars that we've got, the Tuesday night webinars that you can share. There's conference calls there are some conference calls that are still going on. You got the Thursday short and sweet call. I know there's some other ones that go on. And then what's the best way to get that information? Is it with a phone call? Is it through Messenger, text, email? What works best for them? And that's the key, is them. When you focus on what works best for them, they're going to be far more receptive to the information that you're sending to them. So we're going to talk about stories, because stories still make a huge difference. Stories speak to people's hearts. Stories initiate emotions in people. And when they hear the stories, even if it's a well story, you guys, it makes a difference. There's something about that third-party validation, and hearing somebody, a stranger 50 miles away with that briefcase, actually feels better, has more energy, has a better life because of Relive, will speak to their heart far more than you just talking at them. So it's distinctly human. This is a human part of it. It's hardwired into our DNA, and it will activate the emotional part of the brain. And they also will activate their memory. They will remember it better when they hear the story. And for a good example, I've had some people who have agreed that they would come on and share their story. And so the first one I'm going to go to is Marilyn Seitz. You have got a fantastic story. If you could come on and, just share your health and business story briefly, that would be fantastic.
I'm happy to. Thank you. I am Marilyn Seitz. I'm a retired oncology nurse in Kansas City, Missouri. And it was a little over 18 years ago that I found this through one of my former cancer patients. I was very skeptical, but I heard about that money back guarantee and got on the products. However, at that time, I had been dealing with a lot of back issues, failed surgery that had developed into spinal stenosis, degenerative disc disease, sciatic nerve pain, and I'd run out of options. I had a pain control device in my back. I'd been on narcotics and other heavy prescriptions for 5 years, and had been through every kind of treatment, but there was nothing that was helping. But because of that money back guarantee, I got started very consistently, heard the stories. At first, I got energy and sleep. By 6 months, my pain had decreased so much that I was able to wean off all those medications. Went back to work as a nurse, had another 14 and a half years of my career. I never expected. Getting off disability was huge. And my life was totally different. I retired a little over 3 years ago at the age of 72. Along the way, my eyesight improved. I had great results with irritable bowel issues and diverticulitis flare-ups. Lab work is great. That when I heard about this, not thinking I'd ever be a nurse again, I came into the business. I put that on an interest-free credit card, and that was turned around in about 3 months and paid back. And helping other people, I've been able to get my products paid for and make several $100s a month. Along the way, I've had a few bonuses through some promotions. And you can bet I won't be without Relive, nor will I not share it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Marilyn. And Andy, I know you've gotten great results with the products. If you could come on and share and why the business excites you, that would be great. You're muted. There you go. Yep, you're muted, Andy. You're muted, Andy. Yep. I don't know if, Andy, can you unmute?
There you go. I'm muted now.
You're unmuted now.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm sorry, this is new to me. Well, anyway, 15 years ago, I had diabetes, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and whatever you can think of. The doctor says you have to lose weight, and lose weight was hard. And this 15 years ago, I started this product, and I lost a lot of weight, and my eyesight's getting better. And now I was on 6 metformins a day for my diabetes, and now today I'm diabetes free, and I feel great. And I used to never walk. Now we're doing 6 miles a day. So I'll keep on these products for the rest of my life. Thank you, Pam.
That is fantastic, Andy. Thank you so much. And, you know, we know that health and diet has a lot to do with diabetes. And one thing I've never heard, though, is people's eyesights actually get better. So that's fantastic, Andy. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go to a dear friend of mine who's winging for me and doing a fantastic job. Mindy, could you come on and share? And Andy, go ahead and mute out your video.
Yep. Trying.
All right, there I am. Okay, great. Well, good morning, everybody. And yeah, I am Mindy Jones from Atlanta, Georgia. And I was introduced to Relive, gosh, 33 years ago. And when Relive found me, I owned a ladies' clothing store. I was working 60 hours a week, and I didn't think I had time for the business. But I got started on the products, got great results with energy, weight loss, anemia, fever blisters, leg cramps. The condition of my skin started improving. My hair and my nails started growing like crazy. And I thought, this is the way I'm supposed to be feeling. And fast forward to today, I've been through menopause. I never had hot flashes, night sweats, or mood swings. My triglycerides have dropped 100 points, and I feel just as good at 67 now as I did at 33 when I got started on these products. Somebody pointed out to me recently that I've been on the products at least half of my life, which is amazing. But I joined in the business. I came in at the top profit level so I could earn the most amount of money for my efforts from the very beginning. And just doing this part-time within my very first year, I tripled the amount of money I'd ever made at my dress shop. So that allowed me to sell my store and come home and be a full-time mom, which was the happiest day of my life. And I got to be the room mom and the team mom and go on the field trips and take my daughter to school every day and pick her up every day. And I didn't miss a thing in her life, which has been a blessing I could have never imagined. And today I am a grandmother of 3. They live 15 minutes down the street, and I spend time with them almost every single day. It's given me freedom. It's given me flexibility in my schedule. I get to wake up every day and decide what I want to do, not based on a time clock or not based on a paycheck, but what's based in my heart. And I just love that. So I've traveled the world, been on a lot of trips with Pam and other people that are on the Zoom today. And just, I literally am learning my geography to Relive. So I'm a reliver for life.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mindy. I just love your story. For one thing, you weren't quote unquote sick when you got started on Relive.
Didn't think I needed the products.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as we know, nutrition makes a difference in everybody's life, plain and simple, and it's good nutrition. And then the business, you know what? It's just continuing to share and helping other people. You get blessed yourself. Thanks so much, Mindy.
Sure.
And I said I would share a little bit about what's happened with me. I actually went from someone, when I started these products, like I said, I started the business and the products at the same time, did start at the top profit level. And back then, it was a much larger investment than it is now. But the company had 100% money back guarantee for a year. That told me that they had to have something or they'd be dead company by then. And it proved true. As I was helping people, I went from someone who could not run around the yard with my kids. I was so fatigued. I had so much pain. If you touched me, it hurt. I couldn't put a sentence together. The brain to mouth connection wasn't happening. The brain fog was so bad. Other issues, digestive issues were going on. I had to know where every bathroom was. I was miserable, and I wasn't that old, and this was going to be my life. But just staying consistent with the products. I'll tell you today, I'm 63, and like Minnie, sometimes you forget actually how old you are. I'm 63, and you know what? I can move hay bales. I teach fitness classes. I'm teaching boot camp. People 20 years younger than me that have a tough time keeping up. I don't have the digestive issues anymore. I can eat whatever I want. I'm not worrying about where all the bathrooms are. I think and talk coherently most of the time. I feel phenomenal. And I've helped other people feel fantastic too. I've helped other people go out and share. You know, in the beginning, like I said, I grabbed a hold of it, started earning a fantastic income right away. And this is really all my husband and I did for many, many years. Now, with the kids out of the house, we were 2-parent home. We were also the room dad, room mom, brought our kids to school every day and brought them back home, was able to do the field trips, was able to do all that stuff with our kids and be there for them. And now I get to watch my grandbaby. Just like Mindy, I get to watch my grandbaby a couple days a week and help my kids with their daycare expenses. Guess what? That's me, but I love that grandma care. And I have the time to do it. And I can do it because I have built this business and I am still working on this business. It's flexible. And that's what I love about it. So I can guarantee you I'm not going to quit sharing. Because when you know the power of what we have a hold of, why would I quit sharing with somebody? There's still people who need to hear about it. So I'll never quit sharing. And I love being able to help people achieve the same things I did too. And like you've heard. And so when I ask you this question, what did those stories do for you? What do you hear in those stories? That's what you can share with other people by just letting them hear the stories as well. Stories do make a difference. So remember about the promos that I talked about. Know the promotions that are going on in the company. The promo one, guys, this is where you can give yourself a raise. When you have 10 people on auto ship, so you have 10 auto ships going in a month, you can earn an extra 10% of that retail value of those auto ships. So if you have 3,500 in auto ships, you're going to earn an extra $350. So it's a way you can give yourself a raise. And this promotion is going on through December 31st. So you have an opportunity. Now, what happens when within a calendar year, and that will start again, we go February to February, but within a year, you accumulate 150 auto ships. Means average basically of 12 and a half. I'm not going to do math, you guys. Let's say 15 auto ships a month for the year. You're going to earn a Sandy Montgomery Award. And you get taken to dinner by Scott and Kari. They will come to you and take you to dinner. And if you want them to share with other people, they will do the same. So that's the promotions that are going on. There's also a cruise promotion that's still going on. So once you finish sharing Relive with people, ask for a decision. It's as simple as a question. You know, how can Relive meet their needs? How do you see Relive meet your needs? What do you like about Relive? Where does Relive fit in with you? How would you like to start? Then when they make that decision, and any decision to get started with Relive is a good decision, maybe they decide they want to become a customer. They want to use the products. They have a couple different options. They can become a customer, buy the product at retail, fuel their body with the highest quality nutritional products. There's 100%, 30-day, 100% money back guarantee on our products. There's also a preferred customer where they have $10 to register. It's $20 annual renewal fee. They get automatically, once they become a preferred customer, get 10% discount on all their products. If they auto ship products, any products that are auto shipped get an additional 20%. Not an additional, sorry, 20% off those products, not additional to the 10. Again, now product volume does not accumulate, however. If they are distributors, their product volume will accumulate. As a customer, product volume does not accumulate through the month or anything over time. Healthy aging system is a great way to help people get started, because kind of like, where do you want to get started? And wherever they start with whatever products is fantastic. Help them get started. But you can use these healthy aging systems as a way, number one, you can show them they're saving money as well, but also help them meet their health goals. It's a great way to share with what are you really looking for from these products. And you can see the benefits right there. You can share these benefits with them for each of the healthy aging systems. And make sure that you're showing them all of them. What you'll find is very often when given 3 choices, most people pick the middle one, which is a Function Better Tomorrow. But wherever they're ready to get started, and they may not be ready to do one of these, that's okay. But it's a great way to show them the value of what they could get and the benefits they will receive when you get them started as a customer. So remember, those healthy aging systems are a great way to kind of take so many choices out of the realm. People don't like to have you ever gone to a restaurant where you had such a large menu, you couldn't decide what you wanted to eat. There was too many choices. You can overwhelm people with that when you try to cover all the products that we have. So the nice thing about the healthy aging systems is it keeps the decisions simple. Then they want to become a distributor, where they can purchase the products anywhere from 20 to 40% off at that profit level. You can share with them how they can earn retail and wholesale profit through that. Great options get started. Probably the most common areas people get started is as an affiliate, 25% profit level, which gives them enough product to start 4 to 5 people. Or they want to go for, like Mindy did, Marilyn did, I did. We just decided, you know what, we're going to be master affiliates. We're going to start the top profit level. I value my time. I want to make the most for every minute I put into it. Put me at the 40% profit level, opened up all the forms of income. And there may be people who can't do that, but you can show them how they can build to master affiliate. They get started as a distributor. Remember, that's $40 to get registered, $40 annual renewal fee. And then they're going to choose their starting profit level. And I always stress with them, position yourself at the highest possible that you can do, because that's going to maximize any minute you put into doing Relive. You're going to earn the maximum retail, maximum wholesale profit. So wherever they can start. And then what they're going to do, and you can show them what their investment will be. When they see the first number, they're going to go, okay. But when you show them what their actual investment is, because they do receive that discount right away, that helps a little bit too. But then you can show them that as they accumulate this business volume, as they go out and share, let's say they started at 25% and they go out and share and have 5 people get started on the products at $100 worth of product, they have now moved up to that 30%. And the cool part about this that you share with them is volume is required in only 1 month. Let's talk to a lady looking at the business who had to pay a fee every month to maintain it. And unfortunately, she wasn't really getting much done in the business. She wasn't making a lot of money coming in. So she had to stop because she couldn't afford to continue as a distributor in the business because of those monthly fees. Remember, Relive does not have those monthly fees and minimums to maintain your distributorship or your profit level. So you can share with them that as they're out sharing and getting customers, getting wholesale distributors, they can build their way up to master affiliate if they're not ready to start there. Also share with them the Relive has 2 guarantees. For all customers, there's 100% 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked. That's for both customers and preferred customers. For distributors, and this is the reason I decided that starting at the top profit level was safe. There was a 1 year, 100, when I started, it was 90%, 100% buyback guarantee on unopened products. So the risk is really nil for them. So you can show them how they can build up to that master affiliate level. Once they've made that decision, that's when you're ready to register and go. So any decision to get involved with Relive, being it with 1 can of product or all in, is a good decision with Relive. You're going to help them get registered. It's so much easier. It's so easy to do online as now. They can just go ahead and get started. There's a lot of going now. There's going to be a 1-click they're working on where they can even just order the product and register at the same time. And then you're going to set them up for the customer care. Now, if they're customers, they're going to dictate the extent of contact and the method that you're going to use. And remember, work with them. What works best for them? And you can use the tools that I described earlier, all the different elements of what we call the Relive system, to continue to educate them about Relive, to help track their results, to stay in contact with them. It may be via text. It may be you're texting some stories. Maybe you're texting promotions that are happening. And maybe you're checking in and saying, hey, you mentioned that, and I still do a tracking questionnaire with people to find out all of the details of what they're looking for results. But you can say, hey, you're mentioning you were not sleeping well. How is it going? But make sure that you stay in contact and follow up with them to the extent they want you to. Okay. You have to respect their wishes. And so make sure that you know how they want to be contacted. Check in with them, track their results. Now you're going to have distributors. They're also going to dictate the extent and contact of how much they want, because you don't know. Well, you will know because you're going to ask them, but what do they want from their business? Do they want to make just a few $100s a month? Do they want to just be customer gatherers, or do they want to go all in? You're going to help them achieve what it is they're looking for and understand that that decision may change down the road as you educate them further about what's possible and they hear what's possible. They may change their vision of what this business can do for them. You'll help them get plugged in. Make sure that they're registered on the Facebook pages. Make sure that they're, know about the scoop that's coming out, about the engagement Zoom. Do it with them. Invite them onto the engagement Zoom with them. Tag them in the Facebook posts and all that kind of stuff. So they make sure that they see it. Make sure that they know about the promotions that are going on with Relive each and every month. You're going to introduce them to other distributors that are going to help them with the stories, help them learn about what's happening, know what's possible with Relive, and then check in with them with their use as well. Make sure they're using the products and help track their results, help them recognize their results. Because as they see more results, they're going to be more excited for sharing. And then guide them on what their next step in the business is. If they're looking to maybe move up the ladder and maybe get to that master affiliate where they didn't start, guide them on what their next step is, what they can do. Basically, be the mentor, be the supporter, help them get there. Don't just say, okay, let's go talk to people. Help them do that and show them how to do that along the way. And you can use all those tools about knowing your business to help them know their business as well. So it's really about being consistent with your business. You do something every day. If you're very intermittent in doing your business, you will find this business is really, really hard to do because you have to gear yourself up every single day to do it. But if you're doing something every day, even if it's just a small one little thing, it's going to make it easier and easier to do. Focus on the income producing activities. What is that? That's sharing with new people and helping people who have gotten started get results. Basically, those are the income producing activities. How you're doing that is using those tools that we talked about. That's what's going to move them forward. When you focus on them, not organizing, although if I was more organized, I'd maybe be richer, but organization, straightening out your desk, always writing things down, but never taking action, that's not an income producing activity. Sharing with new people and helping them get results and helping them to help other people get results are income producing activities. And then make a long-term commitment to it. Business, the old adage, Rome wasn't built in a day. Real businesses aren't built overnight either. They're a consistent going out there, doing what you need to do in this business, sharing with people, and how much you can do and how much you are willing to do will determine the speed of your business, and how many people you are willing to share with will determine the breadth of your business, how wide it is and how large it is. You get to choose that, but make a commitment to doing the things that need to be done to build the business that you want. And that may change down the road as you realize it really works. Welcome to Relive. Let's go change a life today. All right, you guys,